Hello everyone. Today we will have our beautiful fitting AA, which we will have with our sweatshirts. And let's see what they look like. AA, this is how our first jacket looks like. Really pretty, ice color. Then our second lovely jacket, which looks like this. And then the third. Also very beautiful and interesting looking. That's how the last fourth of our blouse is. We will look like this. And let's start with our first jacket. This is how the first jacket looks like, which is on me. She is very beautiful, pleasant to the body. Also she stretches well. I like this a lot. And also she has very interesting patterns. These are the waves on the sleeves. And she has a collar, on which we also have very beautiful waves. And also it can be done in different ways. Let's say we can take her and tie on such a knot. Somewhere here on the side. We will do it tie. And like this she will already look completely different. Very interesting. I like it straight. Such an interesting look acquires. She is very beautiful. Which she can come up with different ideas how to wear it and what to wear. I think she will fit well to wear with a jacket, and let's see what she will look like. Weather conditions, when it rains for us. So what W? Let's see how she will change with us. Bye. Little noticeable that something is changing for us. AA rather. Just she starts to shine and gets more tight. Fit, that's why. And that is, she looks something like this shiny. I do not know how you can see on the camera. But for me very unpleasant that it begins to fit and its material becomes less so pleasant. How was before this? There's a downside to this. But so it remains quite good. I think that it can be worn in the raw. And little to change. And let's move on to our second model. And it will be like this. This is how our second blouse looks like. She is very beautiful. By the way, be sure to subscribe and click the bell. Continue our beautiful fitting. This is how our blouse looks like. She has a very nice gently blue color. She is very elegant. AA throat, and that is, everything is free and very beautiful. And also here is such a small cut, which is very nice looking. Also it can be very interesting to beat. Let's say we tie it and make our jacket even shorter. Because it cannot be refueled. So how if we gas it up? Then it will look a little bit weird. But very amusing. Here is. So it is very interesting, pleasant to the body. Does not cause discomfort. But in my opinion she is a little small to me. Because watch how my sleeves gathered here. This is probably the only downside. And let's move on to that. To look. How will she behave in weather conditions? What are we starting? AA, so while we don't have any result. Oh, I see it all got darker. That's how it looks. And I like what she shines so beautifully. Very interesting starts to shine. And show AA. Different so shiny patterns. Also if we pull her off she stretches well. But still she became less pleasant. Since she became a little prick. In this minus. But at the same time she still looks pretty. And elegant. Here is a and. Let's see her a little more. She became like such a just rag. And let's move on to our third. To the blouse that we will look like this. This is how our third beautiful blouse looks like. To be honest, I don't really like her. The fact that she has such an unpleasant color. In photography, when I chose her, the color seemed more so bright and beautiful. But in fact he came some very dim. And in general I don't like. But here she has such a beautiful throat with waves. Maybe I will like her after all. And I will wear it. And let's say we can make such a snap and make. Like this, it's short. And be long sleeved. But unfortunately, still I am very much repelled by this color. Oh well. I think if you think better with what I can wear it, then I'll find some way out. Possibly, I will wear it with some classic look. Here, and also let's try her. See in tucked form. This is how she will look in our tucked form. And in the tucked form I quite like it. And let's see what it will look like in harsh weather conditions. Well, we take our harsh weather conditions and start our test. Trying. Well, she's starting to get dark with us. And by the way, the color becomes the same as I saw in the photo. Perhaps she was then too. Under severe weather conditions, she was photographed. But what, well, in the sauna or to the pool, in this definitely shouldn't go. Because it becomes so dark and not pleasant. Also, she's starting to fit really hard, which makes me not comfortable enough. And not really nice. And in rainy weather I would not wear it. And let's move on to our last. Fourth blouse. Which we have looks like this. Our last lovely fourth jacket. She has a very interesting such purple color. Very pleasant one. But he has such a small incisio, which we can beat by the fact that we tie, and our top will become even shorter than it was. Also, we can tweak it and shorten it, since we like. Here, but even without of this, he still looks pretty short. Here he has no throat like the previous jacket. He has these kind of waves. And here too, he has such waves, very beautiful, and below. I like this a lot. Think refueling it is not worth it. Because in tucked in form it will look really here, but so he is very elegant. So pretty. I like how he looks with this skirt. I think if you pick up some more beautiful shoes, then I would go for a walk in this form, since she's really pretty. But of the cons, that I'm a little short sleeves a guy. You can see I got the size wrong a guy. But I think it's okay. You can survive it. And let's see how he will behave in harsh weather conditions. Well, we lead our severe weather conditions and starting our test drive to see what it will look like. Well, he got darker with us. The color is so more saturated. But he also stretches well. And from the cons, that he became unpleasant to the ski. That not very good. That's a little bit even, I would say so. Unpleasant. That's why I don't advise. Severe weather conditions. When it rains. Or if you want to swim in it. Then I would not advise swimming in it either. So like then when you get out of the water, you will be unpleasant and uncomfortable in it. Because he also starts to stab. And that's generally a minus. Well, then we come to an end. Our fitting is ending. Everyone, thanks for watching. And everyone, bye bye.